Early voting or in-person absentee voting. Again, you don't need a reason to vote in person, for early voting. It is done at your county election board the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday before the election. So it would start tomorrow, Thursday, and it's from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Thursday and Friday, and from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday. Some counties also have satellite locations, like for example in Oklahoma County, the Edmond Church of Christ is a satellite location. You can go to our website, elections.ok.gov, and look under the drop-down menu for voter info, early voting, and it will give a list of those. Cleveland County also has one. The Moore Norman Technology Center is a secondary early voting site. We have seen, as just a trend, we've seen higher amounts of both absentee voting by mail and early voting. Those numbers have been trending up over the last decade or so, and particularly the mail voting. I think that's really taken off, and we've really pushed that. I think the thing about voting by mail is and one of the things we used to push it was skip the line. If you are worried about standing in a long line on election day, you get your ballot in the mail weeks ahead of time. You got plenty of time to fill it out and get it sent back. So a lot more people are comfortable voting that way. I vote by mail, and I think it's super convenient, and I like doing it that way. And most of the folks in our office do as well. And I just think it's something people are finding a lot more convenient. And with early voting too, I think it's something that people can do where they can get it done ahead of time and then not have to worry about it on election day. And you can do it on a Saturday as well. And I think that's more convenient for some people. But all in all, I think we're hopeful for particularly this year that all the numbers are going to be up, because we didn't have great turnout in 2014, and all the numbers and the trends have indicated we are hopefully going to do much better this year. Some of the tips we try to give people are, avoid going during the peak hours. If you're worried about lines, then the times that are going to be the most busy are before work, after work, during the lunch hour. So if you want to go between, like, say 10 a.m. and noon, or between like 1 p.m. and 4 p.m., those are going to be some times when you probably won't see as big of lines. You want to make sure that you are prepared as far as voter ID goes. There are 3 ways to prove your identity in Oklahoma at the polls. You can use a photo ID issued by the state of Oklahoma, the federal government, or a federally recognized tribe. You can use the free voter ID card that we issue to every voter when they register to vote. Or you can vote a provisional ballot, and as long as everything you put on your affidavit matches what we have for you in our system, it will be counted. The vast majority of those are counted. So really it's just a matter of making sure you know where your polling place is, know what's on the ballot. Using our online voter tool will really help there. Again, on our website, elections.ok.gov, there's a very prominent link to that online voter tool on our homepage. You can look yourself up. It will show you a map to your polling place. You can download a sample ballot. That way you'll be completely ready and have all the information you need. Everything's been very well received. In the past 4 years, we've done a lot of things with our website. We started with that online voter tool. We had a place where you could look up your polling place, but what we added with that online voter tool was the ability to look up your specific registration and confirm all your details. You can track your absentee ballot if you vote by mail. Download that sample ballot, and so that's been something that's been very well received. Lots of people are using that. We added 2 years ago the online absentee ballot request form. So being able to request your absentee ballot online is something that's about 2 years old, and people really took to that. And then this year we unveiled a system where you could update your registration information online. We're still working on full online voter registration, and we think that's probably more going to be about 2020 before that will be ready, and hopefully that's when we'll have that completely ready. So if you aren't registered and need to register, we can't do that online just yet. You still have to fill out a paper form. But if you're already registered and you've moved within the same county, you can update your address. You can update your party affiliation, do those things online. And we've had a lot of people. We had more than 10,000 people who did that just in the month or so that we had it available before the window closed for this registration deadline. So, and then the other thing that we have new this year, and I would really encourage people to check out, is we're really encouraging people to make a plan to vote this year. If you go to our website, there's a big link for that, and you can download a PDF, and you check a mark. Are you going to vote absentee in person? Are you going to vote by mail? Are you going to vote at your polling place on election day? You know, it'll link you to the map you might need, sample ballot. You can print all of that out, hang it up somewhere where you remember it, on the fridge or not by the door, so that way it'll be front of mind on election day. And that's, you know, the research has shown that that's one thing that really does help people turn out, is if they're keeping it front of mind and make a plan ahead of time and are thinking about it, rather than just, you know, on election day you're like, oh yeah, today's election day, and then you try to make time and you know, it may be difficult to work it in. So we're really encouraging people to try to make a plan to vote.